Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Blake Bell. Now, he is a tight end, a blocking tight end. I want people to understand that don't look at the stats. Don't pay attention to the stats. Just look at him as a decoy, a guy that's going to give you deception. A guy also should have the ability to sneak out of the backfield or in the end line. He's an inline tight end, basically. And that is what he brings to the table. Now, he got some Super Bowl experience and as well as some divisional round experience. And when you look at everything, you would say to yourself, man, experience is experience. Now, here he is on the end line. And on top of that, you have to understand that the tight end play is the second or third hardest position to learn in the NFL. It is. To find the soft spots in the zone, to also being able to disguise and to elude like you're trying to run, but you're really in the set to pass. Those are things that gravitate towards how do I play on defense against this particular guy? Do I let him go or do I cover the other guy? So it's so important. It's so important to have those type of skill sets. And as a tight end, of course, you want to have good hands. You want to be able to block, chip, and you got to have that mentality to be aggressive. And you got to free your quarterback. He's 6'6", 252 pounds, give or take. My thing is, we talk about the good things about tight ends, but also the bad things would be if the person cannot disguise or hide himself on that line, then 9 times out of 10 we will be in trouble. All right, so let's look at some of the bad things, the flaws. Here he is right here. He don't have the best hands in the world. And remember, I said drop passes are subjective in a sense, but this was a pass that he should have brought home. It was a little high, of course, but you're 6'6". You're open by the chance. You got to be able to bring this ball in. This is what happened when you're not concentrating or what have you, and he tends to drop the ball on an open play. That's not a good situation for most teams. And also concentration. Ball bounces off his knee and not able to reel that ball in. And I believe on another play, just open on the side there and not able to bring that in. You want your quarterback to have trust in your tight end. And he just don't have the surest of the surest hands. But he can take the field vertically, believe it or not. Now, looking at everything, he did do a wide receiver move. And this comes from being able to line up in disguise. Remember, I was telling everybody that the tight end play is difficult because you got to, at times, line up inside and still take a route up vertically. And as we look right here, we're going to go in super slow motion. Boy, watch how he plant that foot, flip his hips. It's one-on-one encounter. Now, the DB is able to do some recovery, but he got him. Boy, he got him off of that move, and look at it. Look at it, right on the money. You can't ask for more, and he's supposed to be able to bring that one home, and he's just not able to pull that one in. I would say, being able to line up inside forces the linebacker to either switch off and have the safety on him, or also is to have the safety on him primarily throughout the game. When we look at this particular situation, he is a safety valve. Meaning that when the plays break down, can he sneak off the line, find an open spot? Also chip. Think about it. Bosa is nobody to sneeze at. Find your spot in the zone and wait. That's what tight ends do. Look at it. Off the line. Physical. Number 81 down here on the right side. We know that the quarterback will have pressure in his face, but you have to have the ability and the cojones to chip. Still look downfield. Number 87, Travis, he's going to take care of a lot of attention. So can you win your one-on-one battles? Chip, get off, release. The pressure's in his face. Mahomes bails out. He scans the field. He looked down the field. He got number 81. That's what you want to be able to do as the second tight end. You don't want to ask for a lot of duties. Disguise, deception. Being able to understand that, hey, my duty is to just being able to be the safety valve, the last result. And on top of that, can I find a soft spot in the zone? Can I make sure that linebacker thinking that, hey, this guy can sneak out of the backfield here or sneak off the line and still pivot and turn around and get the ball? That's what I like out of it. When you look at the stat sheet, you will not see this. You would flat out not see this on the stat sheet. How many times he lined up inside, how many times he causes the linebacker to creep a little closer inside, or how many times he allowed the linebacker to trail him upfield, and these sort of things to get somebody else open. That is what you look for out of a tight end, a journeyman, as it relates to Blake Bell. Line up in line. Oh, where are you going to go with it? Turn your hips inside. The ball is there. Even when it's in the cold and it's snowing outside. Oh, can I set up one play to set up the next? Watch how this linebacker is frustrated because he thought the safety was going to switch off sooner. As we look back at everything, he's saying to himself, I cannot go all the way in on this run because I don't know whether or not this tight end here is going to stay in or he's going to come out and look for this pass action. When you look at everything, the quarterback drops back. He does the play action. Yeah, he does the play action. The tight end has already got his spot in the zone, and he already fought for that spot here, and he's wide open at this point. The safety over the top, yes, is to switch off, but also the confusion part of it is that, hey, next time, will you switch off in time? Because watch, number 45, he still got his eyes back in the backfield. Oh, 81 is there. This deception from a tight end is very important because it sets up the next thing. Oh, is he going to pivot and is he going to stop the next go around? No, he's going to take it all the way up the field. That is what I'm talking about, calculated plays. That's what I'm talking about, seeing the plays into the future, being able to be sneaky just enough to get upfield vertically and still line up from the inside, and on top of that, freezes the linebackers in space because all they thinking is all he's going to do is a 3 to a 4 route concept, and I'm going to have my safety over the top to switch. No, where's the confusion? That's where you can win, and that's why he's able to get this big chunk play right here. And chunk plays are very important. You don't need them every game from him because that's not his role. That's not his responsibility. His responsibility is for the other people to eat, the other players, his contemporaries to eat. So that's why I pretty much like this signing. And yes, can he catch a screen pass, get upfield? Yes. Now he's the best runner out the catch? No, he's not the best, but that still will work. Deception, illusion, being able to still make some plays happen. He should have bounced all the way to the outside. Maybe he could have got some more real estate from there. But Cowboy Nation, I want people to look at this pick pick up as a possibility to just grow as it relates to tight end play. I think that the Cowboys are really not all the way sold on Schultz, but I like the combination of Blake Jarwin and Blake Bell. I like that because what Blake Bell is going to do is say, hey, I'm just going to fit right into my same role that I did with the Kansas City Chiefs. Be the underneath guy, being able to catch the pivot routes, and occasionally take the ball vertically up the field. And we saw a screenplay from him, so we know that he got some speed. I want to know how you all feel about Blake Bell. Is this something that you guys are pretty much saying to yourself, he's cool and all, but give me somebody else? But in my rationale, I'm thinking you already got Gallup, you already got Mari Cooper, you got a Blake Jarwin. That's enough offense weapons right there. Because when you add in the Tony Pollards and Ezekiel Elliott's of the world, they can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. And Jameis Olawale, he signed for a contract as well. So that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. All right, Nation, really appreciate you all. Thank everybody for tuning in to this thing. The Cowboys made a signing of a tight end. This is not like groundbreaking news, but it's news out there that we have to look at. Film session will be out later on today to tell you guys the good, the bad, the ugly of the situation for the nation. He is a possessive type of tight end, plays close to the line. He's 6'6", 251 pounds. He don't have the best hands in the world, but he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He played with the great
thrower of the ball.